Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And today we are reviewing Spider-Man Brand New Day. Bro, I'm so excited for this review. I was so excited for this movie. I survived my trip to New York shirt, the Hello Kitty pajamas, Spider-Man popcorn bucket. Bro, this might be one of my favorite popcorn buckets of all time. Spider-Man PlayStation controller right in front of my setup. Spider-Man Funko Pop. These are only a select few things. Spider-Man water bottle. Dude, I freaking love Spider-Man. It's my favorite character of all time. Not even sure what this is. I think, oh, I know what this is. This was I like to draw. The first trailer came out. We were in a hotel room. Just a hotel notebook paper. And there was nothing to do. Just waiting to the video to download so I could post it to YouTube or something. And we're sitting here drawing the Spider-Man logo while we're waiting. Spider-Man means so much to me. We have a video. We're not going to speak too much on this. We have a very big video coming out probably tomorrow. We're going to try getting it out tomorrow. It's a Spider-Man video essay. Spider-Man No Way Home is one of the, and the Batman, two movies that just made me start this channel. Always wanted to do it, but missing out on those two movies and not being able to review them and tell you guys how that made me feel and capture in the moment. Another thing I love about doing this is I can go back in multiple years and yeah, I mean, I want to do this, but like even if this doesn't work out, then I still can come back to these things and capture us in the moment and talk and look back at how these movies made me feel. How these projects made me feel. This is a huge passion of mine. And Spider-Man is the reason why. He is, since the beginning, my favorite superhero. He always will be. I think we were talking about Superman and Batman last year with DC and stuff. I've said right then and there, man, I want a good Superman, I want a good Batman, but Spider-Man is something we need. And with the way No Way Home and the last trilogy ended, I think that this set it up perfectly. And I mean, we're gonna have a big video tomorrow, so we're not gonna talk too much about this here, but we'll get into the review. But I do just want to say, Daniel Cretton did an amazing job. I really loved what he did with his decisions and choices in this movie. Great. I just love the character so much. Is this a perfect movie? No. Do I love it? And did it make me feel? I go to the movies for, I think we discussed this on the channel before, a good time. And I had a blast. It's hard for me not to have fun when we're watching Spider-Man, Like, I just watched The Odyssey a couple weeks ago. The Odyssey's a better made film. Not even a whole lot, I'm not gonna lie. It's not that much better made than Spider-Man. That could be a hot take of mine. But, like, The Odyssey is a better film. But I love Spider-Man so much more. So how we typically do is pros and cons. This has a lot of pros, not a whole lot of cons. Even the cons we do talk about, I can't speak too much on because they're such big spoiler things. I will say this, I wish we could like talk about who City is. I think the whole thing was kind of a gimmick, and I wish we could just go out and say who she is. I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you guys though. So don't worry about that. Hopefully you guys haven't clicked away yet. Let's talk about the pros. Dude, what we saw in the trailer, the swinging, the action, so emotional. I think I cried every sad scene that like you probably could cry about. I cried. Not bad, not like even the worst I've ever cried in the movies. I don't know what movie that probably would have been, but there was some MCU movie. Oh, Wakanda Forever, Love and Thunder. I think I cried worse in those moments. Guardians 3. I cried worse in those moments, but man, I was just tearing up all over this film. I think it's that I love him so much as a character, and like seeing Peter struggle, and there's just so many sequences I can't. wait to really talk about like spoilers and specific scenes, because like it could just be small scenes, but like him being lonely, and then like Spider-Man is such a character that we all can relate to, right? So like we could see ourselves in him. And even with Sadie's character, there's a scene with her towards the end where like they do become cool and friends and stuff, and they have each other. And like in universe, if like we live in that universe, all of us would be there for Spider-Man. It's he always saves the city, and then he has nobody there. I think they talked about it in interviews. He lives in one of the most crowded cities in the world, and he feels all alone. It's so heartbreaking and it's so sad, and it has great messages in it. He's my favorite superhero. He's my favorite character in all of fiction. All of these things, but at the end of the day, they have a purpose for making the movie, and that's exactly what Tom Holland wanted when he was making the movie. I think he's definitively the best Spider-Man. The swinging, the action sequences, all of it, the visuals, the suit, oh my god. Thank the Lord for Destin Daniel Cretton. The first like hour was so good, dude. Just like the montage of recapping. I did a lot of pre-writes. I'm a sucker for montages. I think it's a great way. I love the Batman's opening montage monologue, the ending one. He monologues in this one. I don't really mind spoiling that because they've released the script pages. If you are as much of a fan as a lot of us, you already know how the movie opens roughly. I mean, yes, it got rewritten, so it's not exactly like that, but man, it opens, kicks off right there. You see swinging. Tom Holland, I don't think any of his movies, or no, I guess no Homecoming or no Brand New Day. None of them have final swing scenes, I don't believe. I'm trying to recall. Yeah, this one doesn't have a final swing scene. It's okay. I'm a sucker for a final swing scene, but it's okay. Again, Brand New Day's not, or No Way Home's wasn't that good, and Far From Home wasn't anything. Far From Home was my favorite of his. And then it ends with that little cliffhanger. But yeah, those are all the pros. I mean, so many more pros. Ned, MJ, all the characters. Even all the characters are written good and great. And yeah, perfect the way they are. Some of them I don't know how I feel about them being in a Spider-Man movie. And like, that's such a clear spoiler. Like, I'm not trying to give anything away. But at the same time, it's just why I wish we didn't have to like beat around the bush like that. I wish we could just be like, hey, like, so we could talk about it, because the stuff that we can't talk about is so important. I'm gonna talk about the cons now too. And it's like I'm just saying, the skepticism on the main villain choice, and I'm not sure how I feel about like it's not a Spider-Man like threat in my mind. We do get like a good bit of Scorpion. I really did enjoy seeing that payoff. I want more of him. I want Tom Holland to get a Sinister Six. I think Scorpion, Vulture, and Mysterio are perfect villains because I think that Tom can beat them in a way. Especially this Spider-Man, like the version that we see in this movie, he could beat them in a way, and then you give him like the PlayStation games did, like give him 2 hard foes, and then give him like 4 easy foes. It's still a Sinister Six, and together these people working together is a big threat in and of itself. But I just want that. I've always dreamed of that, and for Tom Holland Spider-Man. The last thing I'll pretty much say is I always wanted a definitive take on the character, and I think we finally have that with Tom Holland's version. We'll talk about that more in tomorrow's video, but like I'm just happy we got a lot of the things we were missing with Tom's version of the character. Again, he's been my favorite since probably Avengers movies. He has the benefit of working with them and stuff, and like has the whole more appearances stuff, of course. But I'm not ashamed to say it. I love Tom Holland's version of the character. I always have. Did I think there was no flaws? Of course not. There's flaws with this movie, but I got what I wanted out of it. I definitely want to see it again. I'm thinking to myself, where does it rank? Where does it rank? Where does it rank? This is one of the hardest movies to rank for me. I need to see it again. If I really can like get over all the few things I said in the cons, I'm genuinely being so for real. There's no other cons in my head other than those. So, story decisions, I don't like all of them. But again, this is a story decision, and then there's another one. I don't have a problem with the secondary one, which is just a choice that the writers make, which I think they kind of force into this position. It's more so where I think they're going to lean into it going forward, but I could be wrong. So I'm not judging it too much there. What the villains and reveals that go on in this movie are where my head's at right now. If I can get past that, I would put this probably in a top 3, top 4, top 5 MCU movie. If I can't, still top 10, but probably like 7, 8, 9, 10-ish. Asking me to pick this and No Way Home is generally what I'd imagine when I have kids and you ask me, like, pick one of the kids. Like, I can't decide. No Way Home, I hate going back on movies that I praise and then hating on them. I do think recency bias is a real thing, and I don't think that's wrong. I think you get very excited after seeing a movie that you like. Nothing's wrong with that. But I will say the internet, like Deadpool Wolverine has the best example of it, and No Way Home is a pretty good example too. But people will love the movie when it comes out, but then call these same things that they loved when it first came out stupid. I think I was pretty objective on No Way Home. I mean, we didn't talk about it on the channel, we said earlier. But I always said, I mean, how convenient. Like, one of the smartest characters makes a communication problem. Like, yeah, it's reasonable, but you make the same problem 4, 5 times in a row. I think they say 6 times, I think he messed up the spell 6 times. Peter, you're supposed to be a genius. Why are you doing that? I don't think it relies on Toby Andrew at all, but like, do I value the Toby Andrew and the somewhat like plot hole, weak plot, making Peter do a stupid thing to like get us to this crazy important peak moment? Or do I value all the peak moments throughout and I don't like a small decision, but it plays like a bigger role in the movie? It's like a very hard battle here. Like, I'm very split. I don't know. I definitely want to see this again ASAP. I want to talk spoilers. I mean, I just got it Wednesday night. That's an early screening. I mean, I can't say anything. I can't really talk to many people about it. So I guess I just gotta wait like a couple more days and see. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.